So, once upon a time, there lived a young girl, probably about 5 years old, whose name was Cheryl. And Cheryl had a big brother, probably about 5 years older than her, whose name was Charles. And Charles and Cheryl lived like most boys and girls do with mommy and daddy. But there was one more member to their family. Cheryl always walked around holding her stuffed bunny. Wherever Cheryl went, Bunny would come along, and wherever Bunny went, Cheryl would want to be too. Now, one cool fall evening, Cheryl and Charles were down in the basement of their home playing, and they got sidetracked. They forgot that later that evening they would be going to a costume party where they'd be doing hay rides, bobbing for apples, even trick-or-treating. And they forgot what time of the day it was, and so all of a sudden, Mommy from the top of the stairs yells down, "Kids, kids, 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 get ready, get ready, get ready! We've got to go!" And so Cheryl and Charles run up the stairs as fast as they can, not even stopping to pick up their toys, and they run off to the party. They have a wonderful time. They get home, they eat some of their candy, and it's just a perfect evening. But eventually, the perfect evening has to come to an end, and Cheryl and Charles have to go to sleep. So, they brush their teeth, they get in their PJs, and they lay down for bed. Now, it didn't take very long for Cheryl to realize that there's a problem here. She doesn't have Bunny. But she knows exactly what to do. She calls the biggest, bravest, strongest kid she knows her big brother Charles. That's right, Bailey. She called up her big brother Charles. I know. So Charles comes running into the room, asks her what's wrong, and she says, "Charles, Bunny's in the basement. I need him. Will you go get him for me?" And Charles says, "Well, of course I will, baby sister." So he marches down the stairs, sees Bunny right at the bottom, grabs him by the hand, turns around to come back up the stairs, but what does he see? A big cloud of fog, smoke, lightning even. And out of the fog, smoke, and lightning appeared a ghost with one black eye. And the ghost at the top of the stairs looked down at Charles and said, "Ooh, I'm the ghost with one black eye. Drop that bunny, or I will haunt you for the rest of your days." And Charles, being the big, strong, big brother he was, screamed like a little girl, ran up the stairs as fast as he could, dropped Bunny in the basement, jumped in his bed, threw the covers over his head, and shaked and shivered until the next morning. After a few minutes, Cheryl realized that Charles might not be coming back with Bunny. So she did what she thought to do next and called up Mommy. And she says, "Mommy, Mommy, 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 Mommy." Mommy comes running in. "What is it, baby?" "Bunny's in the basement. I asked Charles to go get him, but he didn't come back with him. Can you go get him?" And Mommy, being the perfect mother that she was, says, "Of course I will, sweetheart. Hold on 1 second." Mommy marches downstairs, sees Bunny right at the bottom of the stairs, grabs him by the hand, turns around, but then right at the top of the stairs when she was about to come back up, what does Mommy see? A cloud of smoke, fog, and lightning. And out of that smoke, fog, and lightning, what appears? The ghost with one black eye, and he says, "Ooh, I'm the ghost with one black eye. Drop that bunny, or I will haunt you for the rest of your days." And Mommy, being the big, strong, wonderful mommy to her children that she was, dropped the bunny, screamed like a little girl, ran up fast as she could back to her bed, threw the covers over her head, and shaked and shivered until the morning. Now, Daddy, who was asleep, now felt Mommy jump in the bed and throw the covers over her head and is looking at her like, what in the world just happened? But Mommy is frozen in fear. She can't even speak. So he goes to Cheryl and he says, "Cheryl, I heard you calling Mommy, and now she's shaking in the bed. What's going on?" And Cheryl says, "I don't know why Mommy's scared, but Bunny's in the basement. Will you go get him?" And Daddy, being the big, strong man of the house that he was, decides, "I will certainly go get Bunny for you, baby girl." So he goes down the stairs, he sees Bunny right there at the bottom of the stairs, picks him up by the arm, turns around to come back up the stairs, and what does Daddy see at the top of the stairs? Smoke, fog, lightning, and out of the lightning what appears but, of course, the ghost with one black eye. The ghost with one black eye looks down at Daddy and he says, "Ooh, I'm the ghost with one black eye. Drop that bunny, or I will haunt you for the rest of your life." And being the big, strong man of the house that Daddy was, he dropped the bunny, screamed like a little girl, ran up the stairs as fast as he could, jumped in the bed next to Mommy, and threw the covers over his head, and shaked and shivered until the morning. Now, after about 15 minutes of this fiasco, Cheryl realizes that it's come down to one thing. And that's that if you want a job done right, you have to do it yourself. So, little 5-year-old Cheryl gets out of bed, puts on her robe, and marches down those stairs to grab her bunny. And she makes it down the stairs, grabs Bunny by the arm, whips around to come back upstairs. And what does she see at the top of the stairs? Smoke, fog, lightning, and of course that ghost with one black eye. And the ghost looks down at little Cheryl and he says, "Oh, this one's going to be a piece of cake. Ooh, I'm the ghost with one black eye. Drop that bunny, or I will haunt you for the rest of your days." And now Cheryl, realizing the attachment that she has to Bunny, and being the big 5-year-old little girl that she was, looks up at the ghost and she says, "Hey, Mr. Ghost, unless you want to become the ghost with 2 black eyes, I suggest you get out of my way." And the ghost, realizing that he's now met his match, vanished, never to be seen again.